current state of the junior mining sector differs from last year in a few ways. First of all, when we look at the TSXV as a whole, mining is now back up over 50% of the total market capitalization, which is great. Last year we were down around 35%. When we look at the market capitalization of the companies that make up the top 100 juniors, they've had very exciting growth. Last year, this time, we were looking at a total market capitalization for the top 100 of just under $5 billion, and now they're up over $11 billion, so significant growth within the space of a year. The junior mines have also been able to bring in more money this year, which is fantastic. Cash flows from financing are up approximately 90% when we compare the 12-month period we're looking at for junior mine 2016 to junior mine 2015. So greater access to debt, but primarily equity, which is what these guys will be really excited about. Gold and the gold rally in the last 6 months has definitely changed things for the juniors. We're seeing over 70% of the top 100 now gold companies, where last year we were down closer to 50% this time. That gold price rally has really helped these junior gold companies to raise more money. Of course, it's making things look rosier for them at this point. When we look at the top 5 junior mining companies by market capitalization, there are some really compelling stories in terms of what's happened over the last year. Certainly significant growth in market capitalization across the board, up and over 300% in certain instances. When we get a bit further into the data and we look at the top 10 junior mining companies by market cap, there's continued significant growth. Some of those companies have growth up over 900% when we look year over year, which is clearly really exciting for the executives behind these companies. The companies that we looked at in the top 10 of the junior mining companies on the TSXV have some pretty exciting stories to share. One that stands out for me is certainly Rox Gold. Rox Gold maintained position at number 2 year over year in our junior mine analysis. And with the graduation of NextGen, they're actually now at number 1 on the TSXV in terms of market capitalization. I think that's a great story. You've got great people, great assets, a continued focus on making the right decisions, and they've been able to maintain cash and keep going. NextGen Energy is one of the exciting stories. They were able to raise $60 million US over the past year. They've graduated to the TSX, and they've just announced a transaction. So a lot of success there, and definitely a company to keep our eyes on. The other one I like to highlight, because I think of it as a bit of a junior miner's dream, is Kaminak Gold. When we looked at it year over year, experienced significant growth in market capitalization, and that was tied into the fact that Goldcorp had actually made a move to acquire the company. The acquisition closed in July, but I think of that as a real dream for a junior miner, because you've got great assets that attract a senior player, and certainly a lot of shareholder value generated through that sale. It's tough to say whether this is the start of a sustained market recovery. I mean, we certainly hope so. But I think what we can say is that those junior mining companies that got creative in the downturn, really demonstrated resilience, they're the ones that are still with us today, and they're the ones that have been able to raise money over the last 12 months and now have more cash in the bank and more options available to them going forward.